Hi everyone. I've had so many people ask me about texture paste that I thought I would run through what I do to sort of make mine. It's not rocket science, and it really is a question of having to play and finding what's best for you. So, what do I use? Cheap PVA craft glue, it's called. Bonds fast, dries clear. This cost me £4 from the works here in the UK, and I got a litre of it. It is cheap. I use Johnson's baby powder simply because I love the smell, and I tried it with cheap baby talc and I didn't like it. It was grey and it was horrible and it was just not nice. White acrylic paint, this is just essentials, so it is student quality, you know, not particularly brilliant. I use a disposable cup simply because my husband would have a fit if I use a normal cup. One thing I did manage to get out of the house was a dessert spoon, I suppose. Kids use them for cereals, puddings, and what have kids have lollipop sticks. So what do we do? Well, I say use a quarter, but it depends how much you want to make up and how much you use of this stuff. I find I make little and often, so I've got, what's that? I think it's a half pint glass, and I've got that sort of quantity in the bottom of it. And glue. So let's add a spoonful of glue to it. And then just leave that in there a minute. I add the same. See, this is where lollipop sticks come into their own. What I should have done was perhaps do the paint first. Never mind. A splodge of white paint, although I did make up some coloured ones, some coloured texture paste, and I just use a different coloured acrylic paint. And then a splash of water. And then you just mix it all together. And then depending on the kind of consistency that you like. I like quite thick texture paste, so I find I just add more talc until it's how I want it. Oh, it smells wonderful. But then baby talc is really nice. Do you know, the talc is whatever you've got lying around. Right now, to me, that's just a bit. Oh, let's get all the bits off the bottom. A flat bottom cup, I think, would probably be easier than one I've got with a ridge. See the ridge on the bottom? That's a bit too. For me, that I need to add some more talc to that. Let's just get all the lumps out. One day they'll invent a mixer that you can just mix your own stuff up with. So if I add a bit more talc. Do you remember your chemistry classes at school when you were mixing things together? You feel a bit like that, a kid in a chemistry class. Although if you listen to my young ladies, it's my life, what's Zoe cooking now? Bless them. Right, now that looks a bit more, and you see it's just sort of falling off. So for me, I think that's the right kind of texture. I've got a page here. Remember the book I decorated? And let's find something that's that one. Let's give this a go. Uh-oh. Let's move that. Now that's holding its shape quite well. I don't know if you can. It's so warm outside at the moment. Although it still looks a bit, oh, I don't know. We were down in Cornwall last week. The kids were on an activity thing. So we decided to make the most of it and go away by ourselves for the first time in 4 years. I saw a painting in an art gallery window, mixed media piece. A chap had done a sea scene, like a coast beach, and he'd used texture paste and made boulders with a, I suppose like spray. I don't know if this will do it. Very off track. But that is holding its shape beautifully. Oh, I like that. Right, now I keep mine. So, yep, for me that'll do. Yep, you can see it's just starting to fall off. I keep mine in one of these little pots. I think they were £2 for 3 off one of the cheap, not pound shops obviously, because they were £2. Although our pound shops do sell things now for £2, so I think it's supposed to be a spice jar, but it's perfect and it keeps my texture paste brilliantly. Right, I'm going to dry this and then come back and we'll have another play with it. Right, I've dried these up well, nearly dried them off. That's I think I've gone a bit thick on that. That maybe will take a while longer. I did actually put some more on that side, some more stencils, texture paste stencils, because I want to try something. I found that it doesn't hold up well to water, this stuff. So this is Art Basics, well, it's a Finnabar product, clear gesso. So I found that just by going over it, if you don't want to cover your entire project with some clear gesso, then you can go on and ink to your heart's content. Well, that's what works for me anyway. So that's the clear one. And then I've got some Peebo white gesso. Yep. Sorry, I wasn't looking when I was holding it up then. So if I just put some white gesso over the top. I don't know how well this big lump will hold up, simply because I don't think it's fully dry yet. And I might as well decorate my page or get it ready for decorating. And that should be enough to protect it. Although that big lump I'm not 100% convinced by. That's the beauty of this little book. I can play to my heart's content and it doesn't matter what it looks like. Right, so that's that one. Nope, no, not dry. Right, let's give that a quick blast back in the mouth. Right, I've dried everything off, although I'm not convinced by the lump, but never mind. I thought I'd show you about it should, famous last words, stand up to some colouring. Oh, so it's a beautiful day outside, so I'm in the mood for a bit of yellow. So, oh, that's held up nice. Okay. Now I have some sprays here. And I have to admit, I haven't tried this one. Dilutions Shimmer Spray. Pure Sunshine. Let's give it a go. Well, I didn't realise I'd bought a shimmer spray, but... Oh. Yep. Oh, that works. I like that. It's just... colour the tops in. I know you're supposed to let them run, but I'm not convinced by letting them run. Oh, wow. Yep, that's proper gold. Okay. What's this one? Ice Spruce. Sorry, I've just grabbed colours. What I do to stick, I always lose the right pads for the bottoms of these inks. So I've got 1/2 of a Velcro dot and these fit on to that Velcro dot, and then I don't lose anything. Well, that's the general plan anyway. It holds up really, really well just by going over the top of it. Although those two colours don't go, I will give you that. Ooh, ooh, now that's not a good advert. That, oh, that's the wind closing my door. Now I'm assuming these were genuine because I got those off Amazon. Ooh, not good. Okay, this is one I've had for a few years. Let's give this a go. If I bring it over. Should we have a go at colouring in the lump? Well, I have to say that texture paste has held up better than I was thinking. Oh, I like that. Okay. Let's see. Ignore that page. That page is a mess. I will do something with that in a moment. Okay, what we got? Camso Teal. Really? Okay. Oh boy. Oh yes. And then you just keep on colouring. But that has worked out really well. So that's how I do my texture sprays. As I said, some colours work That is a bit too bright for me. Never mind. You live and learn. You really do. Love that teal. If I go back, I was having a play with that on these ones. Now that, if you can see how it's gone darker, is where there was no gesso and it absorbs it. So if you want a brighter colour or a variation in colour, then do bits of your texture paste. But this is the whole point of having something like this. You can make a mess and not care. So I just wanted to show you the texture paste and how I use it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that, watching me have a play. I will speak to you all later. You take care now. Bye.